What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where I'm going to try out a build that I have never used actually, and it's with a set that I have not used for such a long time, with a gun that I have not used for a long time. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So as you can probably see, I'm using the Police M4, which used to be my go-to gun for many years. Many years, but then they decided to take all that goodness away from us and make me sad, made me very sad. But as you can see right now, we are doing pretty well. Survivability is through the roof because I'm back with the blue build again for the second time in a couple of weeks. This is insane. I never really ever jump into the blue build game, but it's changed my life, seeing really nice comments from everyone that likes to run blue builds and like, Tickle, thank God you finally jumped on. And I really wanted to do an assault rifle build with this build as well, and the problem with what I'm running, I didn't want to be reliant on running headshots. Now, if you are amazing at hitting heads, and I don't mean going to the bathroom, then I will give you a couple of different... There's clearly a better gun that you can run other than the Police M4. But as you can see with this, I mean, I'm not even sweating. This could be This could be the casuals' go-to. It really could. Maybe I'm over survivability. Let's just see what it works out like with our friend Z-Lot this season. Come on, give me some bad guys quickly, please. Nope, he's running away. Stop hiding, please. Imagine they're all hiding when I got Z-Lot on. I'm running away. No Z-Lot stacks for you, Tickle. Yeah, I mean, it's just really nice. Show us the build. Right, okay, so let's destroy my time trial and I'll show you the build. So we're going old school, and this is what I meant, but with a little bit of a twist. And I'm going to do another variant of this on another video with a shotgun, but not using the Tinkerer. But I kind of wanted to use the Tinkerer just to kind of throw that vibe in there and just kind of see if it was going to be any good. And it's worked out actually really well. So we're running Technician because it gives us a skill tier. That's completely optional, but it gets us all the way up to tier 5 on our shield, which is just crazy good to sit behind and not really have to worry too much, because shields are affected by blue core attributes and yellow core attributes. And as you can see here, we got 4 blues in the gear as well. Tinkerer, you can go and farm this now in the manager mission. It's back available. Crit damage in the mod slot and maxed out. I then decided to go with a liquid engineer, and again, this is pretty optional. You don't have to run this. You could go with a Grupo or a Cheska in here with Bloodsucker, because what normally I would run a different exotic in here. I would run the Memento in here, but I kind of wanted to give the Tinkerer a chance, still keep up a bunch of damage, and just kind of see how it worked out using a couple of guns that we've not used for a while either. So liquid engineer, armor regen, perfect Bloodsucker. But like I said, you don't have it. Just put a Bellstone backpack in here, you know, with Bloodsucker. You don't have to have the named one. I just like the 1% armor regen. It sounds like it's not a lot, but actually it really does work out as a significant amount of survivability, along with perfect Bloodsucker, which is only a 10% bonus armor rather than 12 for not being the perfect version. But again, you could go Cheska or Grupo with regular Bloodsucker in here and not take that 1%, and that probably would be a better choice considering how tanky this build was off my first run that you've just seen with it right now. So crit chance and double crit damage. Then Heartbreaker. So we need a fast firing gun for this because we're not going to use a shotgun because we're using the Tinkerer. So we're at 1080 RPM with the season buffs at 28% extra RPM as well, which you can see just here, 28. I had Zealot on, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't run Zealot. I would run Sanitation. And then as the other modifiers, I have Stepping Stone, Batter Up, or Rupert's Tear. These are probably the only ones that I would consider running. I'm not really going to be in cover at any given point, so these are the three that just make sense to run. Then a Heartbreaker chest piece, giving us assault rifle damage, weapon handling, and then Heartstopper. Now, if you're really good with headshots, you could drop out the Police M4. So the Police M4 from burst DPS standpoint is about 4% less than the F2000 and the Lexington. But the F2000, the Lexington, the FAMAS, the Honey Badger, all them guns, although are top tier with our burst DPS, they don't support the linked laser pointer, which will always pulse our enemies, which means that Heartbreaker will just work all of the time and we don't have to hit heads. If you're really good at hitting heads, then you could just drop off the Tinkerer. Well, you could keep the Tinkerer on, and then you could run an F2000 instead with Flatline. That would work as well, because you're going to hit the head, you're going to get the pulse from the Heartbreaker set, and you're going to get Heartbreaker stacks as well. So that's going to work. So if you're very confident at hitting heads and you've got a shield for protection anyway, you can play very up close and personal. This will also work very well. Me, not so much, bit more casual. So running the P416 you could run. That is very, very similar to the Police M4. The G36, the Carbine 7, all of them will work very well and all support taking the linked laser pointer. And then I've just got crit chance in everything else. And then the Fabled Corporate Resident Evil skin, which I really like, but unfortunately will probably never be available ever again. So then going back to Heartbreaker, we're going to run the chest piece because we're going to get the increase of max stacks from Heartstopper from 50 to 100. Because we are running fast RPM guns, that really gives us that extra survivability and damage. Then the gloves with crit chance, the knees with crit chance, and the holster with crit chance. Pretty easy build to put together, considering that Heartbreaker drops as blue as well. And then a shield. That's survivability, and then extra survivability, we're going to throw in our Hive. And like I said, not the fastest killing build in the world by any means, but survivability and damage are all there. This is a great all-rounder that you can run. With all that said, that is going to be it. Here's the stat page if I didn't show you. 56 crit chance, 105% critical hit damage. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.